All right, let's dive into a massive shift happening in the world of work, all laid out in Daniel Pink's fantastic book, A Whole New Mind. We're talking about a move away from the information age into something totally new, what he calls the conceptual age. And honestly, getting a handle on this shift is pretty much the key to succeeding and just being fulfilled in the years ahead. So let's get into it.
So let's start with a big one, a really big one. Is your career built to last? The rule book that got us all here, it's not the same one that's going to get us where we need to go. The world is changing, and it's changing fast. And that means the value of certain skills is changing right along with it. So how can you know for sure if what you do has a future?
Well, Pink gives us this brilliant, really simple 3-question test. I want you to think about what you do every single day. First up, can someone in another country do it for less money? Second, can a piece of software or a computer do it faster or more efficiently? And finally, this is a big one. In a world where, for many of us, our basic needs are met, are you offering something that people want on a deeper level, something that provides meaning or beauty? If you answered yes to those first two, or a no to that third one, yeah, you might be in for a rough ride.
So what's causing all this? What's behind this massive shakeup? Well, it's not just one thing. It's actually 3 huge, powerful forces that are all hitting at the same time and completely changing the game for our economies and, our lives. It all comes down to what Pink calls the 3 A's. First, abundance. For a huge part of the developed world, we've got enough stuff. Our logical, left-brain thinking made us prosperous. But now we're looking for more than just stuff. We want purpose. We want beauty. Second, Asia. All that routine, logical, white-collar work, it's being sent overseas to places like India and China, where it can be done for way, way less. And third, automation. Software is becoming unbelievably powerful. It can do the work that we once thought only humans, lawyers, programmers, even doctors could do. And look, this isn't some far-off, maybe in the future kind of thing. Let's talk numbers. 3.3 million. According to Forrester Research, that's how many U.S. white-collar jobs are expected to move overseas. We're not talking about factory jobs here. We're talking about accountants, software engineers, financial analysts. It's a huge shift of knowledge work.
And if you want a perfect picture of the power of automation, just look at this. Garry Kasparov. This guy was maybe the greatest chess player ever. The absolute symbol of human analytical genius was beaten by a machine. So think about it. If a computer can outcalculate and outstrategize a chess grandmaster, what does that mean for the rest of us who rely on those same logical skills? It means that pure analytical horsepower is becoming a commodity.
So this all leads to a really powerful way to understand this new world. And the metaphor for it is literally right inside your own head. The changes we're seeing out there in the economy, they perfectly mirror the differences between the 2 halves of our brain. For the last century or so, our society has been all about what Pink calls L-directed, or left-brain thinking. You know the drill. It's logical, it's sequential, it's analytical. It's the kind of stuff they measure on standardized tests. But here's the twist. The future belongs to people who can also master R-directed, or right-brain thinking. This is your intuition, your ability to see the big picture, to understand context. Now, let's be clear. Left-brain skills are still absolutely necessary. You still need them, but they're just not enough anymore. They're the ticket to the game, but they won't win it for you. So what does this right-brain stuff actually look like in practice? Well, the first piece of the puzzle is what he calls high concept. This is all about creativity. It's the ability to see the patterns that other people miss, to create something beautiful, and to smash together 2 completely different ideas to make something brand new and amazing.
In the other side of that coin, that's high touch. This is all about people. It's about empathy, right? The ability to really understand what someone else is feeling, to read the subtleties in a conversation, and to help people find purpose. These are the things that are so fundamentally human. You just can't outsource them to another country or automate them with an app.
And what's so cool is when you step back, you see, this isn't just some random thing happening. It is the next logical step in our economic evolution, right? We were a society of farmers. Then we became factory workers. Then we became knowledge workers. And now we're becoming creators and empathizers and meaning makers. We've moved from an economy built on our backs to one built on our left brains, and now to one built on our right brains.
Okay, so we've covered the why and the what. We get it. Things are changing in a big way. Now for the most important part, right? The how. What can you actually do about all this? How do you get ready to thrive in this new world?
The answer, according to Pink, is to basically develop a whole new mind. And you do that by mastering 6 essential human abilities. He calls them the 6 senses, and they are the absolute must-have skills for this new conceptual age.
And here they are. It's about moving beyond just function to also embrace design. Not just winning an argument, but telling a compelling story. Not just focusing on one thing, but seeing the big picture, what he calls symphony. Not just logic, but empathy. Not just being serious all the time, but understanding the importance of play. And finally, not just accumulating stuff, but searching for meaning. These are the skills that are really going to set you apart.
And hey, if you're thinking this all sounds a little, I don't know, soft or artsy, check this out. This quote is from Bob Lutz. He was a top executive at General Motors. I mean, this guy's a classic cigar-chomping Detroit car guy. And he's the one who said this when he was trying to turn the company around. Think about that. If a company like GM sees itself in the art business, then we are all in the art business now.
So that really leaves us with one final big question for you to think about. The left brain isn't going anywhere. Logic, analysis, that stuff will always be super important. But it's no longer the star of the show. In this new world that's being reshaped by abundance, Asia, and automation, your success and your happiness is going to depend more and more on your right brain skills, on your ability to create, to connect, to find meaning. So the question is, which side of your brain will you lead with?